Welcome back to AfricaCom TV. Now, the United States obviously has a very strong presence not only in this city and this country, but all over the African continent. The Consul General for Cape Town has been a returning visitor to AfricaCom for the past 3 years, for as long as she's been based in Cape Town. But for the first time, the US government had a pavilion at AfricaCom, and Virginia Blaser is just about to tell us why, for the first time, they have a pavilion. Lovely to have you here.
Great to be here. Great to be here 3 years in a row. And one of the reasons I think the US government was excited for the very first time to have a pavilion here is just the amazing growth, both of this conference and this opportunity, but just the growth of American companies that are coming here and coming through Cape Town, through South Africa, into the rest of the continent. So in terms of communications and technology and innovations, American companies do very, very well. I think they're seen as credible companies that are ethical, and they come into areas where there's so much need, so much growth, so much innovation. It's really exciting to be here and to see not just the big companies that come every year, but I really love to see the medium-sized American companies and the small startups. And I really love to see the women in tech that are coming here from the US and all over the world.
And I suppose sponsoring a pavilion allows you to concentrate then American organizations, individuals into a common area and still obviously exist and enjoy the rest of the AfricaCom as well.
I certainly think that's true, but what I've seen is American companies all over this platform, not just through our US government pavilion, but I think it provides a platform for some of those smaller companies to feel confidence in coming to a conference like this and saying, okay, we know that this has been blessed and reviewed by the US government as a credible place to come and do business, and I definitely think that that's their experience. I talked to one, a relatively new company. They've only been around about 14 months. I actually met them for the very first time at this conference last year, literally trolling through the halls and finding people who were American, and they had just started, and here they are today with a full pavilion and a staff of 6 here as their next step just 14 months later. And you know what they said is they found this a very dynamic conference. It was one that they felt like had grown from the year before, and they're very excited to be here and leverage this opportunity for their business.
Fantastic. Prosper Africa initiative, it's a new thing. What is it about and what does it involve?
So the core part of Prosper Africa is really bringing together all of the US government tools and agencies to help develop two-way trade between the United States and Sub-Saharan Africa. So what we really want to see is to see trade grow in both directions in a very robust fashion. I was at a conference yesterday helping to lead a meeting amongst a lot of the US government players, and one of the things somebody said is it's supposed to provide companies and interlocutors across the continent a one-door policy. In other words, it doesn't matter what door they want to go into, they're going to find everything they need in order to grow their trade and their business. And in a lot of ways, it also unlocks money. Lots of matching funds for entrepreneurs and programs in tech and beyond.
Essential to that, of course, is the ICT space, right? And the relationships between African and US companies that are operating in that space.
Look, absolutely. It is a very exciting time to be in Africa on the ICT and technology front. And to be in Cape Town, as you know, or maybe you know, there are more new tech jobs in Cape Town than in Nairobi and in Lagos combined. So what we're seeing here is a real energy coming into Cape Town. You know, I'm big on the Western Cape and on Cape Town from my position as the Consul General, but I came here already expecting to see and satisfied to see this special spark and energy that's coming through South Africa and especially through the Western Cape on the technology front. Innovators, entrepreneurs, and as I said, also an opportunity through my office and others to bring women more and more into the tech and entrepreneurial space.
And what is your vision? What are you hoping to realize next year, in 5 years' time, in 15 years' time?
Look, I think the sky is the limit in terms of what can happen in technology on the continent, and that's in partnership with U.S. companies, as I said, who I am very proud to have a chance to work with because I always see them acting ethically, being socially responsible, looking into the communities where they serve and with their colleagues and their South African partners in the case of South Africa. What do I see? I see amazing potential. I see a chance for women to really come in and make game-changing, pivotal moments for technology and for the continent. So, but it takes all of us. It takes all of us contributing, finding those spaces, making those partnerships. And you and I are the kind of folks that, maybe we aren't the ones doing it ourselves, but they're the ones who can be the mavens and connect dynamic and amazing and innovative people with each other. And then we just get to see what happens, and it's going to be great.
It is going to be great indeed. Thank you very much for joining us. Virginia Blaser is the American Consul General for Cape Town, and an amazing woman.